Welcome to Art on Earth, the show that is exclusive only on the wireless. I'm Aphelele, your host, and today I have in studio a powerhouse with a theatrical excellence shining bright as a producer, playwright, and a performer, Miss Nobesuthu Rayi, who holds a diploma in performing arts and an international grade 8 certificate from in speech and in drama. Ms. Rayi, please welcome to the show. And how are you?
Hi, Aphelele. Thank you for inviting me to the show. I'm well, thank you. I'm looking forward to talking to you. I'm looking forward to having a chat with you.
Oh, thank you so much. And I'm honored you honored the invite. Thank you so much. So before we start, I would like you to explain to us what theater is.
So theater to me is a once in a lifetime opportunity of storytelling. And I'm saying once in a lifetime opportunity because it doesn't matter how much you play a certain character. It doesn't matter how much you play that certain character in that particular show, but every time you do the show, it's a new one. So it's a once in a lifetime opportunity because it means all the characters that you get to play as an actor, you can only do it once. So that is what theater is to me, and that is what I live for, and that is what I look forward to. Every time I do a performance, I'm looking forward to the fact that it doesn't matter how many times I get to play this character, but this moment now, today, I can only do it once, even if I play the same character tomorrow, but it's a once in a lifetime opportunity.
Wow, beautiful. So, from a young age, when you started or when you decided you want to be on stage, did you understand what you were doing?
I didn't understand what I was doing, and I've got a story in terms of how I started to be in theater. I used to go to a school called Isivuyiseni Intermediate School at KwaMagxaki, and I was probably doing grade 3, which is standard 1 at the time. And there was a teacher whose name was Mr. Zula. He used to do theater clubs. So every day after school, there would be a theater production that is put together. And I would go there and just sit because I couldn't memorize any lines, I couldn't act, but I just loved the fact that they would sing and it looked interesting. So I kept on going to this theater club every day after school. Up until a point whereby there was this person who was meant to play a dog, right? A character of a dog.
Yeah.
And this person got sick, and
Okay.
I got to play that dog. And I knew that I had to nail this character in order for me to continue being part of this club. So I nailed that character of that dog. I nailed that character so good that I got invited by Mr. Zula to be part of the theater club. And this is when he started introducing to me characters that are human, characters that actually speak. At that time, we didn't really have scripts. It was more of improvised work, and then from the improvisation, you improvise the same thing every day, and then it becomes a play. So that's how I got introduced to theater. It was just of, I guess I was just interested to see what is it that they're doing, why does it sound interesting from a distance, and from there I never stopped since. Yeah, theater has always been something that I've done at Sivuyiseni Intermediate School. I also did it at KwaMagxaki High School. We used to be part of Love Life. So I don't know if you
Yeah,
remember in
yes,
Love Life.
yes, I
Yes,
do.
so as part of Love Life, we used to go around Nelson Mandela Bay performing, and we also got invited to East London and also Durban to play, to do plays. So that's how I got introduced to theatre, and theatre saved my life.
Beautiful. Wow. Since you were saying that it was an after school thing, oftentimes children they express who they will be in the future, but sometimes parents don't understand that. So who cushioned you to make sure that you are who you are today?
I would say certainly both my parents, my mom and my dad. The reason why I say that is because I I happened to pass matric at 16. So I wanted to go to Wits University in Johannesburg to study performing arts. This was the time where on television we had a show. I don't know whether it was a drama or a telenovela. I think it was a drama. It was called Backstage. And
Okay.
Backstage
Wow.
used to be a drama that plays on a particular channel every day, and it is young people who are in a performing arts school.
Yeah.
So that's what I wanted to be. That's like that. I wanted to be those students, but I didn't know where one can go in the then Port Elizabeth, now Gqeberha. So I did my own research through libraries and Google search, and I found out that there is no school necessarily, like there's no tertiary that I could go to in PE, so I would have to go to Wits. Unfortunately, because I was only 16, my dad was like, "You're not going to go to Johannesburg." And he actually went on a mission to look for a school. He phoned Nelson Mandela University, and they told him that they don't have performing arts, but they know someone who has a school. And that school was Stagewell Theatre School. And when I had to go and do what is called an orientation, normally students go there alone, right? You go and do orientation. No, I was there with my parents.
Wow.
It felt as though my parents were auditioning with me. So they are the people that actually cushioned me, they motivated me, they were very much encouraging. They didn't know the road that I was going to travel, but they trusted me.
Miss Nobesuthu Rayi, theater is about bringing characters to life, right? So, what is the preparation there, and how do you, control, or how do you manage a moment where you get too deep into a character?
Putting a character on is a skill on its own. And it's a skill that we get to learn at school, how to put a character on. And but as a thespian, you then find your own methods along the way. So we learn the tools that we learn, not because we need to go and practice them as they are, but we need to find that which works for us. So we were taught many ways in terms of how to put a character on, what what theorist to use. There are many theorists in the theater space. You've got a Grotowski method, you've got a Brecht method, you've got a Stanislavski method, and all of those, right? But you find your own way. What I have learned over the years is that the more I try and find out who Nobesuthu is, the better I am in embodying different characters.
A lot of people take some forms of art as hobbies, and you are here as a professional with international experience, executive producer, stakeholder manager for a national art festival in Makhanda. So, what is the biggest challenge bringing production in life?
Oh, so you've really touched on quite a number of facets that make up who Nobesuthu is. Sometimes I don't sleep because I've got an idea of a play that I want to do, but then the administrator in me kicks in, and I start thinking about resources.
Yeah, right.
How do I put this production together? I don't mind putting on the production if I don't have to invite other people. But the problem is, chances are it's not a one-woman show. Maybe it's a show that has 5 people. How do I pay for those people? How do I ensure that those people come to rehearsals? How do I ensure that I pay for these people's costumes, makeup, wigs, set, rehearsal fees, performance fees, and. So the challenge sometimes is the fact that the idea is not a problem. Seeing it through, having to have resources to see it through, that is sometimes the challenge. So that has required us as artists to create according to our means, and that is a painful thing.
Yeah.
It's a painful thing to have to create within confines of means, right? Because you actually just want to see through your idea, that which you dreamt of at 12 midnight. You want to see it through as is, but the reality is that you are needing resources to make this happen.
Yes.
So what I have done over the years is to allow my ideas to ferment and allow my ideas to see themselves through, and allow time to be something that I use as a tool. I don't have to dream of something now and it has to be done now. And the day that I realized that not every idea that I have to do it now, is the day my anxiety levels started dropping. Because it causes one anxiety, this issue of you've got a plan, you've got an idea, you want to see it through now. You are always in this hurry, you are always in this, I don't know, you just anxiety, I don't know.
You want to see it happen.
You want to see it happen now. And when I actually started relaxing and I said, you know what, nothing that has happened in my life has happened by mistake. Everything that has happened in my life, every production that I've performed in, every work that I've done, whether I'm a stakeholder, whether I'm an executive producer, whether I'm an artistic manager, every work that I've done in this industry has always come just at the right time. Let me trust the process and let me allow things that they will happen just at the right time.
Last one. For people who don't understand what theatre is, even for people who think what lenses do you want us to use when we view theatre?
From a perspective of an audience member, I would love people to view theatre from a point of watching artistry unfold and not take it for granted. And also allowing themselves to be in the moment at that particular time. Leave your phone behind. Because you taking a video of the actual performance is cheating yourself out of the process of not having your phone for just an hour and actually imbibing and taking in that live performance. Because remember, when that company performs tomorrow, it's not going to be the same. When they perform next year the same show, it's not going to be the same. So it's really a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. So that is the lens that I would ask audiences to look at theatre from. And then from people who aspire to be, theatre practitioners, don't work to be a celebrity.
All right.
Because that is a byproduct. It can't be the product. You being famous and you being a celebrity is a byproduct of what you do, but it can't be the thing that you actually want to be. You must want to be an exceptional storyteller.
Oh, thank you so much, Sis Nobesuthu. Where can, just a quick one, where can people connect with you? Any upcoming projects that you have in line in social media so that people can look into your work?
I'm Nobesuthu Rayi across all my social media platforms. That is where I update people in terms of what my next work is. Currently, I'm just taking a bit of a breath. I literally have about 6 days having left my job at the National Arts Festival, which I've done for the past 8 years. So I'm on my 6th day, not working at the National Arts Festival for the past 8 years. So I'm just taking a breather. But people will be informed in terms of what my next projects are via my social media pages. And thank you so much for such a beautiful interview, Aphelele. Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much, Ms. Nobesuthu. Just like me, I cannot wait. I hope you too cannot wait to hear more from Ms. Rayi. But that's it for today for our interview with her. You're still connected to the wireless. This is Art on Air. I'm Aphelele Flatela.